Yeah. Oh, hi. Hello. Welcome to the Rotating Top Comedy Podcast. I'm Steve Vanderplug.
I'm Corey David, and we just got done finishing talking about the one thing they can't talk about on this
Which
podcast.
we know nothing about.
So we know nothing about it. We
don't
can't
know
bring it
anything.
up. But with that being said, we want to introduce our guests from Weldwerks, Skip and Jake. Can you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what you do here?
After you, Doctor.
I'm Skip Schwartz, and I'm the innovation and wood cellar lead. So that means I do absolutely nothing. It doesn't. It sounds fake.
So I work with innovative wood.
I don't do anything. Is what I do. I just have a really
You
long
do it
job
really
title,
well, though.
So that
Really
way
well.
I have a long job title, so no one asks me what I do. They're like, oh, okay,
Innovation
whatever.
and wood cellar lead. That just sounds like
Yeah.
Captain of Fun.
What do you do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Do you build fun things with wood?
Yeah, I mean, I built this whole. No, I didn't. I don't build anything. I run the barrel age program basically,
Yeah.
and then the innovation side is just like coming up with the crazy ideas like taco beer and
Yeah.
fun stuff like that.
Nice.
Which I heard about and read some
Yeah.
Untapped reviews about. We'll get into that later.
I can't wait. I know.
My job is to smoke weed.
And that's like the crazy part is every single place I always go, I have to explain to people I don't smoke weed. This is just how dumb my face is.
And for everybody that's just listening to the podcast, it is a very dumb face.
It's like a very dumb face. I look like I smoke about a pound of weed every minute.
I say the same thing to Steve all the time, though, so don't feel bad about
That's
it.
fair.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad at all. No, I do have a dumb face.
Well, I definitely want to get into a little bit more about the job, because that's actually, a lot of times we talk to people that are specifically like the head brewer, your GM, taproom
Yeah.
managers, things like that, but how to age things and then how
Sure.
you kind of got to that point would be really fun to talk about
Sure.
for sure. So, Jake, how about you?
My name is Jake Goodman, and I am the the Jake of Earl, the director of marketing here.
Official Jake.
The official Jake of Weldwerks. None more official. So I just run all the marketing and just making people know the message and. Truly, like you guys were joking before, like so you just kind of in charge of smoozing, and I guess at the end of the day, kind of
That's
that's
what he
part of
does.
the job.
Yeah.
You're the official shyster trickster.
Exactly.
You literally got probably the worst two people because neither of us do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. Just
I would say that's
Yeah.
the best two people to
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
Innovation
You
and
literally,
marketing?
Yeah,
Yep.
do nothing.
You guys just toss an idea ball around half the day and just
Pretty
like,
much.
you
Pretty
talk.
much.
You guys have a Plinko
Rotate
machine in the back and wherever it
Sometimes
lands.
it's just a hacky sack.
Sometimes I feel that's the way it is with marketing companies or marketing departments. They all just like go around in a circle.
Let's have an innovation
We're gonna play.
session,
Yeah.
man.
We're gonna play a game of Duck Duck Goose, and if you get caught, you get to come up with an
Yeah.
idea. And now everybody
Yeah.
claps, and you go, yeah.
Exactly what we do.
So it's your job to convince everybody that hasn't had the beer that they should really buy it.
Precisely.
Okay,
Exactly.
and then hook everybody that's had the beer into thinking that they belong to the tribe.
Precisely.
Right.
Pretty good.
And get
Yeah.
them to meet Skip in one way or another. He's
I don't- yeah.
He's the burgeoning face of the brewery, as far as I'm concerned.
Which makes no sense to me. Again, yeah.
That was one of those ideas that we have.
This isn't your. Is this your face on the can? Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't look stoned in that one, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I just
I mean,
look
you
like
look
I
like you
just
just
murdered.
killed. Yeah, you look like you just killed somebody.
That's my Halloween costume, finally.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. It's
Yeah.
called serial killer. So
Yeah.
yeah, that makes way more.
Way more sense. Yeah.
Tight, man. Well, I'm actually pretty stoked about the beer that we're drinking right now because I've been trying to watch my figure over the past 3 decades, and we got
Not
Fitbits
showing.
right in front of us, which I absolutely love. I don't know if you guys can tell us a little bit more about this beer because it's essentially what is it? Just a lower cal version of Juicy Bits?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
exactly.
kind of going for?
It's there's a lot of different processes and stuff that I'm not going to talk about because it's boring. But yeah, so it's a
Does that have
lower
anything
calorie.
to do with wood?
No, that's the innovation side that we're talking about.
There's like 20 pounds of cedar in this.
yeah. Well, it does not. No.
Okay, good.
But yeah, no, it's just a lower calorie version of Juicy Bits, pretty much. Yeah, we used a couple of different process changes and other
Yeah.
things to keep the calorie count down. But I mean, at a certain point, you're still drinking alcohol, so it's gonna have calories in it, but
Yeah, for sure.
way less.
Was this based on like an industry trend, or were you all just noticing each other around the brewery and be like, we could stand to lose some weight? Like we all
Yeah.
collectively need to
Yeah,
drop some
no,
pounds.
definitely. Well,
I think me and Skip picked up a good. I don't know,
I
collective
literally
50 pounds. in the
I
past.
definitely have gained at least 20 to 25 pounds since COVID started.
Yeah.
Like I found.
How many had you
my-
gained before COVID?
Like not that I was
What's the
actually a thin. I look like a normal, not like I.
Yeah, that's my excuse, too. Yeah.
No, like literally, yeah, like
COVID.
literally COVID, and it's awesome to do. But I mean, I just fell in love with mezcal and haven't stopped.
Ooh,
Just-
you like
yeah.
spicy, huh?
Yeah, a little
Little
smoky,
smoky.
spicy. Yeah.
Are you doing any?
It's not going to pack on the pounds, though, is it? Is mezcal going to pack on the pounds?
I mean,
Mezcal's
it's just like
pretty
if you
low
drink-
calorie, I
It
think.
actually isn't. I was looking it up because I did look it up. I was like wondering what was going on, and it's literally a lot. Like a shot is like equal to a beer.
Really?
Mezcal is actually one. I don't know.
Because it's
Mezcal
pure.
and
Is it
tequila
because
are
it's
both-
agave?
I think it's the agave. I really don't know, but tequila and mezcal are actually higher calorie than.
I thought
than
it was. I
most.
thought tequila was like similar to vodka.
That's what I was
No,
thinking.
no, it's
yeah.
not. It's super
Fuck!
strong.
I've been doing this wrong for
Yeah,
too long.
exactly.
It's super.
No wonder I'm getting
they're like,
Shit.
well, people say like, oh, well, clear alcohol makes it lighter, and it's like,
That's
what does
the
that
dumbest shit in
mean?
the world.
Yeah. I don't
Why didn't you
understand
tell
what
me
you-
this earlier? I feel like you've been just leading.
No, I've just been
enjoying.
enjoying my newfound belly.
Jake, you can just
I
breathe
rub
down
it more.
truth.
I
Whatever
rub- I
you
just
and
rub it.
you and I are on the same page. with
Okay,
this.
exactly. Yeah, this shit's
There's
low calorie.
0 calories in tequila.
Yeah, it's one of those negative
fact,
calorie
negative
boosters.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd burn off 10 just drinking it. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I did learn. I didn't know this. That tequila is actually a branch of mezcal. It's like a specific like.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it's
if
all
it's
the-
under
it's
the
based off of
tequila,
agave.
yeah, tequila is under the umbrella of mezcal. Like I would imagine
Right.
mezcal is under the umbrella of tequila,
Sure.
but it's actually the other
Right.
way around.
It is.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
take pure tequila and then you stuff it with burnt cigarettes, and
Worm or something like that, right?
Yeah, there has to be a worm at the bottom of it, right?
Yeah.
That's what good mezcal
Yeah,
is.
go throw some of that cedar on there. Wood
Boom.
expert, smoke it up.
The worm something to eat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the low-cal craze kind of taking over the industry, is this basically your guys' answer to that, or are you guys coming out with a
So
seltzer? or anything like
I'm going to
that?
argue with that. We weren't the answer. We were one of the first ones to do
Yeah.
it. It just took forever for people to realize that we were doing
Sure.
it.
We're
So
doing it infrequently too, and to the previous question, part of it is that Neil Fisher, our intrepid co-founder at Head Brewery, is super keto. So he's
Gotcha.
like, I gotta have something I can drink at home that isn't just bourbon all the
Right.
time. So
He's so keto that even you told us about it.
correct.
no, yeah. I mean, also like Neil like lost a ton of weight and he looks fantastic.
Yes.
So
Got any pics?
only dick pics.
Got
Lost
really
that weight
skinny
here.
around the shaft. That's fun. Well, I like the fact that there are lower calorie, low carb options out there, but the thing with a lot of the low cal hazies that seemed to come out last year was that they all kind of tasted the same to me. That's
sure.
one of the things I love about this one in particular is it still just tastes like its own unique beer. And it's not like, remember when session IPAs came out and they were, most of them besides All Day were essentially just really watered down, super flowery aroma
Yeah,
hop
Right. Yeah.
beers.
You're like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Why,
Yeah, I
why
don't
am
even
doing
really.
this?
I, don't really
I mean, I feel
understand.
that way about any session, no matter what kind of beer it is.
I mean,
like
totally.
any,
But if
Yeah.
you're going for low ABV, there's so many options
That
besides
are-
just
that
like
are
an
good.
aroma
Yeah.
hop bombed beer.
Absolutely.
Right. And I mean, yeah, definitely session IPA. I'm right there with you. It just doesn't really make sense.
No.
If I want to
Push the pedal on it, just fucking go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I'm happy lagers are kind of making, or pilsners specifically,
Yeah,
are making
exactly.
like a strong comeback after 500 years.
It's all
Yeah.
circular, man.
Yeah.
All this comes back.
how long have you guys been here?
Oh, about I don't know this table, 20 minutes.
I was gonna say not long. Nice, respect.
This morning, I think I got in at about like 7 this morning.
Jake is on it.
Long day, yeah. Good. Well, you guys are the hosts of the comedy podcast now.
That doesn't count as your
Pass the
Jake.
old-
Thank you guys for joining us today
Yeah,
on our
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
podcast.
so we would like to welcome you guys
Yeah.
to the Jake and Skip Do Nothing podcast. Our
Yeah.
guests
That's
today are
We're gonna make you
amazing
guys
And
coordinators.
that's where,
Chug some
that's where the
beer.
episode ends. The Jake and Skip Do Nothing podcast. It's very
All
short.
right, yeah.
Join us on the other channel for.
Right.
What was the question?
How long have you guys been here? yeah.
There it is.
When was the last time you smoked weed?
Well, about 20 minutes.
yeah.
So the whole project started in about 2014. By the time we were occupying the building, it was technically February of 2015. So we just had our 5th anniversary this year, coming up on number 6.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Silver lining on a COVID story.
Have you both been here the whole time? That's really more
I have not. I've been here for about 2 years now.
cool.
And my
No wonder you look so sad.
I really don't have anything to say to that. You're right.
I've been here for about so I'm coming up on 5 years. My first day was actually, I think, the day that Juicy Bits was released, technically.
Wow,
So
okay,
yeah,
cool.
got it at the right time.
Yeah.
Man,
Okay.
talk about a good time to
Yeah,
become
make
the
it easy.
marketing manager.
Make it a little easy
The
for you.
world's hardest job.
You mean I don't have to come up with a successful campaign
Yeah.
for at least 3 years?
Here.
There you go.
So besides weed, are you into any mushrooms, anything like that?
Yeah,
Any psychedelics?
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Okay. Any memorable trips that have happened in the past year? You guys just like
I
locked
haven't
inside
taken
during quarantine?
drugs in a long time.
I
Honestly,
Also,
Last time, last time he took drugs, he chugged a beer, so that's why
I
he's
know. Yeah,
take it
I'm
easy.
very scared of this chug, by the way.
I'm
It's gonna
terrified
be
of it.
if it happens, it's gonna be spontaneous. His roommate Jordan was just telling us a great story about how they were just reclining, like watching a game or something, a couple of months ago, and
And I just like threw up on myself.
Just out of nowhere?
I was drunk, but I mean, like
It's
just
such a-
like,
that's a metal
It comes
move.
out of nowhere, and like it doesn't. Like,
It comes out of your stomach.
Well, no,
specifically,
right,
but-
right. and then follow out of my mouth and sometimes my nose. But I'm saying, like, I just like I like.
the barf out of your
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly like. I'm not gonna lie to you. There is a good chance that I could barf. Like, I mean,
right.
and like I said, it literally
This is
won't
like the
bother
splat-
me at all. Yeah, you're in the
Can we,
splash
can
zone.
we just turn this into the splash zone?
Like it's get your little ponchos ready.
The maid of
But
the
no,
Mist
it's
and
like
Niagara
it's like
Falls.
a weird,
Gallagher
like, and it won't affect me, but it'll definitely stop this whole podcast. But I won't be fazed by it at all.
That's okay.
I'll just go home and take a shower, and you guys can finish up.
oh, that's no fun either. Right?
No, we'll just make you bring one of the mics.
Yeah.
Here's Skip tuning in live from his shower.
Give us a Zoom call while you're.
He's got a beer in one hand.
hand.
Trusty shower beer.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, what's the go-to shower beer?
I mean, mezcal.
Pour it
Yeah, no, I mean,
shower?
like yeah,
Into a beer can.
Just carry the bottle around. No, shower beer. Honestly, shower beers. I probably Juicy Bits is usually what I drink.
Just whatever's, whatever's in the
Honestly.
house, whatever's in the
Just
crisper
readily
drawer.
accessible.
Right.
Whatever's
Yeah.
inside of
I mean,
there.
that's like
Yeah.
usually what we have at
Whatever's
at
where
my
the
house.
vegetables should be
Yeah.
in their
Beer's a
refrigerator.
vegetable. Beer's a vegetable.
You will make me healthy.
You got to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Jake, any good mushroom trips you've had in the past year or so?
Well, I have both a 7-month-old, and which is fucking tripping in of itself.
Yeah,
And
Especially when you're on mushrooms.
exactly.
And your 7-month-old has also done mushrooms.
I actually have a very funny cat doing mushroom story, but we can get to that at some other point.
Yeah, sure.
And a rambunctious 5-year-old, and so the opportunities to recreationally consume those substances, unfortunately, is not as many.
It's not as readily
Every
available.
once in a while, I'll shove a quick little DMT trip in there, just
Sure.
to kind of get in outer space and come back. And
You're bored in the
45
car
minutes.
waiting for your kid to get home
Just-
from school.
Just
and-
exactly, just like while he's at his music class in the parking lot. Just kinda like-
Just leave the kids in the kitchen with the stove on. Gonna take 15 quick minute break. No
Daddy, where'd you
problem.
go? The fucking universe, kid. That's where.
Where haven't I gone? kid?
Are you not seeing these guys?
Are you even real?
What's the cat tripping story? I know you don't know.
I want to hear this.
When I was living in my the first place that I had by myself was with my my best friend at the time as well. We were in our mid-20s. I got one of those like eBay sold grow your own mushrooms kits,
You guys
and
can
I was
crack
like,
those
oh,
now,
fuck
right?
yeah, it's going nuts.
You were going to anyways.
Bought one. Went through the whole process. Got the first one. The first little one popped out, and I had to work that night, so I picked it and put it underneath a fan to dry. And when I came home, it was not there anymore. Unfortunately,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I did, however, have this cute little 9-month-old kitten. His name was General Meow, and he was
A space
my-
kitten at this point.
Correct. He was my favorite animal of all time. And normally, kittens will just like run around for like half an hour and then sleep for 3 hours. Well, unfortunately, General Meow for like 6 hours straight would sprint from one end of the room and then just stare at something for like 5 minutes and then like sprint to the other side and just stare at it. And everyone in the room, 2 of us knew it and the other 2 didn't know it, or we thought they didn't know it, so we were trying to keep it from them, but they knew it and they thought we didn't know it, so we were all trying to keep it a secret. All 4 of us from the other 2 that this cat is tripping its nuts off. So it was a fun
That's
night.
pretty great.
Especially
Yeah.
for the cat. I think he had a good time.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing a little catnip. That's fun.
Exactly.
I thought I lost a tab of acid in a parking lot at like one of the beer stores that I used to sell to a lot back in Albany, and I called the guy that called somebody that worked there, and I was just like, "Hey man,
Never lost and found.
weird request. I need you to go walk out in the parking lot right over by where my car was parked and see if you find You know those little baggies that they use for tiny peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Yeah, grab one. See if any one of those is out there. He's like, I couldn't find it. I'm like, all right, well, just means some squirrels just like in a parallel universe.
Or he just couldn't find it because he already ate it.
Yeah,
Like,
but then
I
it turns
couldn't
out
find it.
it turns out I accidentally threw it in the garbage.
Oh,
Yeah, I found it later.
really?
Yeah.
Outside the store?
No,
Like, you
I threw
dig
it in the
into
garbage at my
You
place.
just were like, I'm
Like
going to
I-
go through the garbage right now.
Yeah. So meanwhile,
Well,
I'm dumpster driving.
Maybe I threw it out. I don't.
Talk about a tablet in a haystack. Just, oh, you find this? It has Mickey Mouse on it. All right. Yeah, I just had put some stuff. I cleared out my pockets on the table, and then I cleaned the table, and then just like threw it out in the.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, but it's a happy story.
That is.
I mean, at the end of the
I
day,
think mine is too. I mean, I think everyone kind of.
Yeah, everybody, and then we
Yeah.
laughed and we laughed.
Oh, my. Wild times.
All right. Well, do you want to have these guys chug some beer?
Yeah, of course I want to have him chug beer.
Especially because we just cracked the one that's of across. What serial killer do you most look like? Do you think?
I mean, I
That's a tough
think
call.
it's Charlie Manson.
I was gonna say-
yeah, definitely a
That's
Manson
what it
for
is.
sure.
Manson.
I've got a very Ted Bundy face myself, so
You can trust me.
Yeah.
As long as
how
it's
you
not
lure 'em
like,
in. Yeah.
if you're pushing John Wayne Gacy, that's when it's really bad. you
Yeah.
know?
Not a good look.
Not a
That's
good
the
look.
one you don't want.
No.
So just a couple quick rules about the chug. You guys did not opt to go for the 8% rule, which I think you were privy to, but I don't know if you.
Skip filled me in. Yeah.
Okay.
We were thinking about
I was
it.
debating it this morning, and then I'm just terrified I'm gonna throw up still.
Yeah.
So it literally throughout the course of the day, it's slowly been like, I'm just gonna do this. Nope, I'm just gonna do the easiest thing we got.
Yeah, you didn't want your barf to be 10% alcohol.
I mean, I don't care. I'm not the one who's
And
gonna have to deal with
biocolored,
it.
so demons spewing forth.
Yeah, don't you guys have an intern for that? Don't you have any marketing interns to handle this? Hey guys, we're doing a
You got
podcast
some-
today,
yeah.
and something bad happened.
Keep
We
them
got
up
some new
ready.
brewers that I think they know how to
David, come out and hold Skip's bucket for us, will you please?
So you are doing the 8%er, which is totally fine. But essentially, what we're gonna have you guys do is, as soon as the beer touches your lips, Steve will start a timer, and then as soon as you're done, you have to tell us the joke that you had prepared.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bing bang boom.
These don't fit. What kind of size pint glass?
That's 16 ounces.
You shysters.
I mean, it doesn't. Either way.
Those shaker pints with like the bulb at the bottom, then it's like 14 ounces. Yeah.
Exactly.
We have these secret. Yeah.
I knew I'd figured out something.
I'm gonna pull over a bent for you just in case.
No,
Like,
I think if I do actually have to throw up,
He's got
I'll
time.
be
to make
able
it.
to make it to a bathroom. I'm just I'm just getting everybody ready just in case. I doubt it will happen.
Do you throw up a lot? Is that like a thing you do?
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah, bulimia is a bad disease.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't just put this much in my stomach and expect me to just be okay.
You got
Yeah.
gastronomic surgery. Quite
Like
a long
mentally
time
or
ago, so
physically?
This might
Right,
kill him.
both.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically. Oh, I gotta think of my joke really quick before I start this.
And also, so before you start chugging, just tell us what the beer is too.
Oh, the beer is Cereal Keller. It's a Keller pill. It's a Keller Pills lager beer made here.
I brew beer. I know what I say.
I made this.
other unfiltered. Other words, flaked corn, sauce, hops.
Awesome.
Think about
Yeah,
life.
it's basic. Yeah, I'm gonna throw up.
Who wants to
I
go
gotta-
first?
we have to do it separately, right?
Yeah, do it
you gotta
separate
do
so we can do
separate.
I'm gonna go
separate
first just so that way when
it out of the
I
way.
gotta get this out of the way.
All
I've been-
right,
I've-
I believe in
Oh
you.
god, and he's videotaping me too. All right.
Yeah.
What was James Howitt's time, real quick?
Oh boy.
Because I just know I just need to be.
He
I
didn't
love
do.
James.
He
but-
didn't do
He
well.
didn't do great.
I know
It's a
that's
low
why I
bar.
remember him taking his time. So I
So
just
if-
know I need to be faster than James.
Don't worry. Yeah, we'll tag him in the chug post. for
James
this one,
finished-
so that way.
James finished at 24.36 seconds.
Oh, okay, good.
You
I
got
can
time.
literally go throw up in the bathroom and come back and finish it.
But if you do that, you have to Zamboni it. It's got to be a complete 16 ounces.
Okay, like I said, as long as that's like the big thing I need to make sure is that I beat James.
Yeah.
That's it. Alex, he
Goals,
can have
yeah.
it.
I like how when I held up my phone, you're like, "Oh no!" And now he's videotaping.
No,
I was like, there was
yeah.
a camera here the whole time.
Well, all right, I didn't notice that one. I thought that was some sort of weird microphone. All right,
Don't
ready?
mind the teddy bear on this tripod. I mean, a big gulp up first. We've seen that backfire on people in the past, where they do the big gulp and then they get in over their heads too. That was impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Please
All right.
burp.
You look
Please
unhappy.
burp.
Yeah.
That's the side.
Shit,
I
what's my
like.
joke? What's my joke? All right. How did Harry Potter get down the hill?
How?
Walking. J.K. Rowling.
Ah, bam, bam, wham, wham, wham.
First first transphobic joke we've had on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks.
That was
That's
good.
a pretty
I
good
liked
joke,
it.
actually. Yeah.
I also like how you thought that was going to be taken already. That seems like a hot original.
I thought everyone knew that joke. I don't know. It's not like it's not funny.
That seems like a Greeley joke to me.
Honestly,
It's like
so you want
That's like a
it?
Greeley
The way that I heard this joke was I was at a bar here in Greeley, and man, I was drunk, and this guy sitting next to me just told me this joke randomly, and I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever heard, and I could not stop laughing. And then I started walking around the bar telling everyone his joke. And the dude was super upset that I stole his joke from him, and was proceeding to tell everyone else around
usually
because I was like,
frowned
it's so funny. Yeah.
especially-
Oh yeah, he was not happy.
Hey, that's my joke. Try convincing any of these people.
Yeah, right. How would you convince anyone?
It's
that
whoever
that's your
made
joke?
it. The rule with comedy sometimes too is that like a lot of times you'll come up with like the same premise or same joke as somebody that you didn't even plan on, but you just hear them doing it at a show or an open mic. And the general rule of thumb to me is like, well, whoever can make it the funniest, the fastest gets the joke, basically.
Well, right. It's whoever tells it the loudest.
Yeah.
That's what I was going with that night.
I don't know. I feel like it's whoever has it recorded first. You gotta have it recorded, yeah.
What do you mean recorded?
So now I can find that guy and tell him like, yo, screw you, it's my joke now.
You can't
It's officially
unless
recorded.
he can-
Recorded now.
Unless he can prove that he told it beforehand via
And recorded
recording.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
do that.
I
don't
think
know.
that would play with,
I'm
like-
pretty sure he wasn't real. So I think I won.
Got that trip.
That was the last DMT trip. I wasn't even at a bar.
So what's it anyway? Yeah. It was also right now. Just told you.
Yeah, I
Nice.
just got to make a note for something I wanted to talk about later. So, Jake, whenever you're ready to
Oh boy.
roll, bud.
Okay. Relax the jaw.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not that
Ready to
bad.
go?
Oh yeah.
do it.
Whenever you're ready. Slow start, but steady. Nice.
Oh, he's got
Getting
it.
some breaths in. All
Not
right.
a spill.
All right.
Not a drop.
Oh, that hurts on the inside.
Oh, yeah, but you
It's-
powered through it.
You did a good job.
It's like getting a cramp. You got to run it. You got to run it
Yeah.
out. If you got a burp, go for it, man.
Thank you. One more.
Yeah,
there it
you go.
is.
Sweet
Yeah.
release.
Nobody's puking today.
Also, how funny would it have been if he was the one who threw up?
So funny.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would have laughed really hard and then also threw up because throw up makes me throw up.
No, wait a minute.
So like, I would have laughed for
Over
about
here.
1 second and then
Stand
threw
by
up.
me.
That reminds me
Yeah.
of the time, like in college, we were all, instead of beer one night, we decided that everybody drinking malt liquor would be a great idea.
Totally.
Playing beer
We did
pong.
that on the podcast too. It was a terrible idea.
Oh, it was a really
that
bad
sounds
idea. But
terrible.
we were all playing beer pong, and it just there was too much chugging happening too quickly, and it was just a unanimous like domino sequence of 4 people, just like. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wait, Jake didn't tell his joke. I really want to hear
Right,
Jake's.
right.
All right,
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I just
need
really
to-
want
need
it.
to be
I really like the
autocorrected
joke
sometimes.
part. That's like, I was like super upset. I was super upset that I had to chug a beer, but super happy about the joke.
I'm
Yeah,
glad,
it's
I'm glad it was a real 1-2 punch for you then.
Yeah,
I forgot all about the chugging once you're going to tell the
Sleeping
joke.
well tonight.
Yeah, I know. I'm super excited. Let's hear your joke.
Okay, well, it's gonna be tough to follow up. Guy walks into a bar, sits down, starts having his drink, and he hears somewhere around, "Hey, that shirt looks great on you." He's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And goes back to having his drink. A couple minutes later, he hears, "Have you been working out lately? You look fantastic." Now I started to get a little freaked out, just like, what the hell is going on here? Decides to go back to finish his drink. 3 minutes later, he hears this voice, "But your parents are really proud of you." And finally just loses his shit. And he's like, "Yo, bartender, I'm hearing some crazy shit around. Are you hearing the same things that I'm hearing?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That's just the peanuts. They're complimentary."
Dad.
2 kids, man.
I honestly still don't.
That's so
get it.
wholesome.
Thank you.
That's really
Also,
great.
that beer is actually really good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
I like the
I
way
know.
it
It's
great.
went
Yeah,
down.
I know.
talk dirty to me. Tell me a little bit about this. I feel like Keller beers are making like I'm seeing more of them in the past year
I mean,
or two for
yeah.
good reason. I mean, I love
Yeah.
them. Just for like the fact that it's unfiltered gives it that a little more graininess, a little bit more
Yeah.
texture to it. But this one, I mean, fairly clear for
Yeah.
an unfiltered beer, right? So just talk to me.
Is it still unfiltered technically?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
supposed to have
yeah.
a little bit of.
Yeah.
You gotta shake it
I was
first.
like, yeah, we got a centrifuge. So I couldn't remember. This beer does not go through the centrifuge. But yeah, no. I mean, what do you want to know?
Nice, crisp, hoppy note to it.
Why'd
Yeah, it's-
you do a Keller? Yeah, why'd you do a Keller
We've
beer?
just
I
been
mean, you added
making
corn
it.
to it, so I mean that's
Yeah.
something that's not necessarily as common.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
I didn't say we weren't going to get into any technical.
I didn't come prepared at all. Like I just was like, cool. We're not going to talk about beer at all.
Well, I mean, as to why we made it, though, I mean, to be fair, we have made a pretty concerted effort to make sure that it's not just like hazies and pastry stouts and like fruited sours that we're kicking out. That people can see that we can actually pull off a classic style that is not, has been around for longer than 20 years. You know what I mean? And actually pay a proper homage to where all this great stuff came from. So some of that is just, and plus we like the brewers in the back to have some say in what we make. So we'll take like a 15-barrel tank all the time and say like, you guys go nuts, like whatever you want to make, y'all make.
And it's always crazy because you think that like you have a group of brewers and they're all going to be like, let's make this crazy, and all of them always want to, like, we're brewing like an alt beer is one of our new guys' beer. We're doing like a Schwartz beer pretty quick. Like they always choose classical styles.
Something
and
named
like,
Hans? What the fuck?
yeah, I mean, no, but I mean, like that's what they choose, like, saison, like classic saison with like just single monoculture saison and stuff like that. So it's like super, like for us, like when you think of Weldwerks, you always think of wild and crazy, but like our brewers are probably some of the best brewers in the not only state but country, I think, and they can pull off almost any beer that you put on that brew schedule. And a lot of the stuff, like these classic style stuff and other things, they're writing the recipe themselves. So like but we could literally throw a bunch of stuff on the brew deck and they'll be able to knock it out of the park. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, they're insane.
Yeah, well, I love to see that you guys do flex your muscles a little bit with stuff like this, because for all things considered, like you guys brew the things that you're probably the best known for are hazy IPAs, fruited sours, and then pastry stouts. Things that I normally would just associate with anybody usually does one of those things.
Right.
And I don't know, for better or worse, like it's usually like a hype brewery kind of thing.
Right.
And they get a lot of credit because they are like, it's like the hype style.
Sure.
One thing, and you guys do all three, but my only thing with you guys is that, like, I hate to say it as much as I do, you guys do it better than like anybody else. That almost annoys me.
I mean,
because Steve's notoriously like that. He's the hazy IPA guy. He loves hazies. I'm more of a West Coast guy. And I like drier stuff, lagers and stuff.
And sours.
And sours. No, I love sours. But he's usually going for like lambic or something that's just a little longer or whatever. And then I get so frustrated sometimes with like hype culture in beer because there's so many breweries that get by and have so much credibility and I feel like they don't fucking deserve it.
Sure.
You guys are not the case with that.
Sure.
Part with
Well, I thank you for the compliment.
I mean it that way. Like all the stuff that you guys do is fucking exceptional. Even though I'm just like, I'll have like one of your pastry stouts, even though it's not normally something I enjoy. I'm like, shit. It's always good.
I mean, and like the one thing is we do have a really high standard of quality, and we will dump beer that isn't up to our standard, and like we're not afraid to admit it. We dump beer all the time. A lot of people like look at it like it's a bad thing to say that they dump beer, but like,
no, you got it.
If it's bad, it's bad. I mean, what hurts more, you having a bad pint and never coming back, or us losing one tank full of beer? We want customers to be happy. We know you work hard for your money, so you want to spend it and be happy with your purchase. So that's like a big thing for us.
I guess it depends on who you think is coming in to get beer, who works hard for their money.
I mean, if you just do a podcast for money, then there's no way.
Boy, I wish we got money for this.
Steve's spending all those unemployment checks. All those hard-earned unemployment checks.
Well, fair enough. Like I said, I'm still right.
Yeah. But what direction do you guys hope that the breweries, or what direction are you trying to move the brewery in? Is it kind of just business as usual, keep the machine kind of going, or do you have a progressive point that you're trying to get to with styles, or?
We're right in the middle of kind of like figuring a lot of that out. Specifically, Skip and I are working pretty closely on it as well, just because it's a really changing landscape, right? Like the consumer's preference, what people want to drink is changing all of the time. And so, kind of to your point before about like the hype side, we didn't brew Juicy Bits because it was a hype style. It was like, this is delicious. We want to recreate this here. And so we hope that what we want to start heading towards is just authenticity in one way or another. Stuff that is like authentically us as opposed to anything being chased or kind of created perfect.
and that's like the big thing with us too is like we're not gonna like look out like we're not looking through other people's Rolodex of beer and being like, oh, we're gonna make this. We're gonna go, well, what do we want to make? Like, what do we want to do with this style? Like, yeah, we want to do a pastry style, but what do we want to do with it? Like, I'm not, we're not just gonna scroll through Instagram and be like, oh, this got a lot of likes, let's do that. Like, that's just not what we want to do. We want to do like, well, I want to do this, or Jake wants to do this.
He's marketing it.
I think he just scrolls through Instagram all day and just likes things, and that's all he does. But yeah, I mean, and like another thing is like, I mean, we're trying our hardest to stay away from like the seltzer thing. I mean, like we've made a conscious effort not to produce a seltzer.
We tried. It sucked. It wasn't good.
It's like we made like a small one, but also we're making an effort to look at it and go like, well, we're not. I'm not saying we'll never do it, but it's just like at this point, if we join that, we're just trying to follow a trend.
The fad's also, I think the fad of that is faded. Like there's so many.
I mean, is it a fad or is just like is Budweiser just running it now? So like.
Well, I mean, that's part of it for sure. I mean, I think that it's going to fade out a little bit for sure.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, all the fucking big guys like Sam Adams and Coors and shit all have their hand in it now.
Right.
And people like that's the thing. It's like it's not like beer where people are like going to like I'm gonna try this seltzer.
This seltzer. Yeah, right. No, for sure.
It's like, oh, what are your seltzer options? I'll pick one flavor.
They did have that hard seltzer festival, though, right?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, so I actually know the dude that runs that.
Really?
I did not go. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
but like,
actually my neighbor.
so what does that entail?
A lot of water.
It's
Okay. But like, I mean, like, so yeah, are you going like, all right, I'm gonna drink 30 different seltzers from 30 different, like,
yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
it's just it's set up just like a beer.
Dogfish Head brings a Randall that they just pump
Yeah.
water through.
It's bacon water or something. I can't imagine like why would.
Well,
Well,
the reason
I
I don't think it's going to fade is because it serves a very specific purpose within the alcohol industry. I don't think it's it's your obligation to feel like you got to add to that or that you got to cash in on that because you guys do very well for yourselves already. But to counterpoint, I don't think it's going away per se.
I don't think it's going to be as hype as it is. I don't think it's going away.
I mean, again, is it hype or is it just like is it just like it just like was an Instagram thing?
What was your Skip had this awesome kind of theory like recently.
Oh, it wasn't even my theory. It's Derek's, our production manager. And it's an apple cider or hard cider. It's the new hard cider.
It's still
It's
going to be
super cool.
around.
They were like,
People are
hard,
gonna drink it.
yeah, but
It's
like hard cider 4 years ago, they were like, it's not going anywhere. It's not. And it's the exact same thing. Just
it's still
different flavor.
there. It's still there.
Yeah, but like their market segment isn't like what what it is, what seltzer is.
Yeah, granted,
I mean, cider's also harder to make because you have.
I'll actually argue with you.
Exactly.
A lot of apples.
Handpicked.
But I'll argue with you
Angry Orchard.
that technically speaking, hard seltzer is actually super hard.
Dude, well, they made like a whole Smoke and Pony show in the Hudson Valley. It was like right outside of Newburgh, New York, in the Hudson Valley.
Yeah.
Sam Adams, like an Angry Orchard, set up this whole Smoke and Pony show. Kind of like, this is the Angry Orchard.
Oh,
And they have
and
hayrides
they
there,
paint mad
like,
faces on the
yeah.
trees, and they're like, oh, these trees are so angry.
I think that's what I hate more than
Dad's
anything.
yelling at everybody.
That's just the angry part of the
Put your seatbelt on. I'll turn this car around.
Bob for apples is just a guy named Bob that really likes apples. Well, I think that's what I don't like about stuff like that is the just the unauthenticity of it.
Yeah.
The disingenuous part where you're just like, yeah, we are just kind of cashing in on this as opposed to you guys kind of sticking to what you really like to do and what you're good at.
And to be fair, like we also don't. We have a lot of good friends that make good seltzer.
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah.
And it's also it's not a knock on people who are making seltzer because again we still could.
Right.
I'm just saying like we've made a conscious effort not to just ride every trend and if it makes sense to what we want to do and stuff, then we'll throw our hat in the ring maybe for something.
Except for brewed IPA, we really fucked up on that one.
But we really,
What happened with the brewed IPA?
we missed the trend. We were way too early.
Too early? Oh shit! I didn't even know.
No, yeah, we can still make it happen.
Bring it right back around. Okay.
We're going for historical styles. Let's bring up Brewed IPAs.
I tell you, this internet thing's never gonna last.
Yeah, I mean, like I think seltzer will still be around, but I do think
Sure.
that bubbles popping.
And I agree with you when you're saying like the big guys kind of have the market, and like I'll be honest with you, if you aren't carbonating your seltzer up to, three carb, whatever the words are, 3 volumes of carbonation,
3 carbs per
3
carbs.
carbs.
I'm not convinced you actually
One
need
carb.
I'm doing a really good job of just like showing how little I know about anything right now, and but
thrown up.
3 carb numbers, right, ready, 3 carb numbers. If you can't get it to 3 carb numbers, 3 carbies, 3 carbies, yeah. If you can't get 3 carbies, then like I don't know why. I mean, you can't compete with Truly, like you just can't. So that's
Truly, you can't compete with
Truly, you cannot.
I mean, like when breweries do it, I feel like it's just an option for people that don't drink beer.
Yeah,
like when you have like groups,
and it doesn't cost any money, so.
It's free, yeah.
All right, so if you guys ever do want to make a seltzer, we're still trying to get somebody on board for Doritos style mix pack.
Okay, but hear us out.
No.
Cool Ranch.
Here, we're gonna hit you with some
Spicy
classic flavors.
Just list me some Dorito flavors, and I'll tell you no for each one. No.
The next
Nacho
40,
cheese.
we cut out the next 45 minutes of the episode while Steve and I rambled off Doritos flavors.
Are there that many Doritos flavors?
Oh, there has to be.
Oh man, imagine what they have in Japan. Japan has all the craziest.
Yeah, I do. Like shrimp and shit like that. Like really weird stuff.
They have shrimp Doritos?
Like shrimp.
They have shrimp Kit Kats, I'm sure. They have everything.
Fried shrimp, Doritos.
Why did you say Kit Kats though? Is that like a known Japanese thing?
Oh yeah,
that, like,
yeah,
they
They
have
have like
flavors?
edamame flavor Kit Kats. Like
For
if
real?
you look up like
No,
the Kit
Steve
Kat
is just
flavors,
incredibly racist.
I was like, what is? I just don't understand what's.
Jamba Machine Ite.
Well, I mean, like you did pick out Kit Kats, so to me it was like a strange thing because I would never just be like, oh, in Japan they have really good Kit Kats.
Everybody knows that about Japan.
Apparently, that's like
I'm
I must not know anything about Japan.
I'm gonna look up some of these
Add
flavors.
it to the list.
'Cause I
Get out of
Maybe
Greeley,
this one
buddy.
is.
I don't know anything about anything. Again, I just don't know.
Culture yourselves.
No, I'm sorry.
What's your guys' favorite drunk snack food?
I really don't eat when I'm drunk. I'm weird. I'd rather just keep drinking.
Correct.
You might have. Do you have an eating disorder? Am I calling that out on the podcast?
It's
throw
really
up a
deep.
lot.
I throw up a lot. I don't like eating when I'm drunk. I don't get the munchies.
I'm here for you. Like I don't want you to.
Honestly, all right. So the thing that I make the most when I'm drunk are pierogies.
Oh damn.
Oh damn, yeah.
Like
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, so you weren't expecting that at all, right?
Handmade.
But, I mean, I have had, but like for the most part, no, just like the ones that you put on. And then like I always get like drunk and I'll like put like cognac on them while I'm cooking them on this,
Damn.
Like they're like
Pours a little
I promise you,
cognac on
yeah,
itself.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like when I get drunk and I'm gonna eat food, it's pierogies. But
Just to prove that I know
Okay.
something. So here's some Japanese Kit Kat flavors.
Are you actually doing this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
yeah.
We've got
I'm
apple.
interested.
We've got breakable custard.
Hold on a second. Let me get a pen
Baked
out.
potato
Right down our
flavored
brew
Kit
schedule.
Kats.
Breakable custard?
You heard me.
What's
Yeah.
breakable?
Cantaloupe
What is it?
flavored Kit Kats.
Unbreakable.
The fact that it's Kit Kat?
Corn flavored Kit Kats. Creme brulee.
Corn?
Edamame.
Corn? How do we get
Ginger
more beer
ale
from
Kit
those
Yeah, you
guys?
guys are so dumb. You could have just put Kit Kats in this beer instead of playing
Hot Japanese chili. Are we getting any beer
How do you
ideas?
get more beer here?
Kobe pudding.
Lemon
Yeah, while you list out
apparently
these-
working in here.
Can we get a green bean
I'll go
beer
get more
in
beer
here?
while you list all these. I don't know. I'm just gonna grab more candy.
Cough drop. They literally have a cough drop flavored Kit
drop?
Kat.
Oh my
So
god.
maybe in
Like
all.
Ludens, the Ludens Kit Kats.
I mean, maybe get some cough drop flavored. If you guys ever brewed cough syrup?
Twice.
Have you really? Oh man, that would blow my
We
mind.
did have one beer that tasted like it though. It was a cherry vanilla beer, and I swear to fucking God, it tasted like drinking a Luden's cough drop. And we didn't release it. We actually got it all the way to cans, and we thought it would clear up. We thought it would get better, man, and it just did not.
It was part of everybody's COVID relief package. If you get a sore throat, drink this.
Yep,
It's going to loosen it up.
Absolutely.
Soothe it.
That's why we've had 0 cases so far. It's because we just mainline that into people.
Everyone's been pounding cherry flavor.
That's it. Cherry
Cherry's,
vanilla milkshake.
cherry's one of those ones that's like super hard to do because it's either spot on or it just tastes
Like artificial.
Yeah, it's just like cough syrup. Yeah.
Ooh, this is one of Skip's beers. Skip's ideas. It's a fun.
Whoever wants it.
Jake, what's your favorite?
Oh, I cannot do this.
Yeah, that's why I brought it. I heard you love sours.
No, it's not the sours. I'm allergic to nuts, and I saw almond.
Fuck, why didn't you cross that out before you came in?
This whole thing could have been over. We could have been done.
There's almond in this beer.
There is almond in this.
I will not drink that one.
All right, Jake, what's your favorite? I'm in agreement. What's your favorite drunk food?
To be honest, generally with Skip, I actually.
Wait, I need something to drink.
Okay, I'll drink this one.
Didn't you make it?
I don't know. I have to drink it.
The featured beer. Nobody wants to drink.
That wasn't even the featured one. Like, we brought a featured
I
one.
mean, we can feature as many as you want.
Then you're going to be here for a while.
This is
We have
Saturn's
like 30
Temple. I don't know how to feature it. How do you feature something?
It's featured.
I didn't make it.
Did I feature it? Thank you. All right.
Go.
Featured. I'm with Skip. I do not really generally eat while I'm drinking. I just kind of end up passing out before I'm like, you know what? I could really use some food. But if you're gonna force my hand, it's so germane. But I go just straight for like. I guess if I'm ordering it, I'm getting some pizza. If I'm sitting at my house, I'm putting a tortilla onto a skillet and making a tortilla pizza. Because those things are
It's called
fucking...
quesadillas.
It's
tomato sauce.
Tomato
Oh,
sauce.
okay.
See, I knew where you were at.
I could still argue
The
quesadilla
Mexican
with
pizza.
sauce. Yeah.
I knew.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, like I said, I mean, I just don't understand. Like, do people like? The drunk munchies never made sense to me.
Really?
Like you get
Munchies, whole different story.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that makes sense. Like to me, you're like I'm drinking all this shit, and then I'm hungry
It
now.
depends.
That
It depends on what I'm like getting drunk on. Because if it's like tequila and it's shots, I'll ever. If I'm drinking beer all night, I'm like too
That's what I'm
full.
saying. Though. Like you're full, and it's like I don't know why would you be hungry. You ate more calories than you probably would.
It probably has more to do with the fact that you've been out so long that you probably should have been.
Oh, I don't go out. Correct.
Yeah.
Well, it is a global pandemic. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I just yes.
You don't even get the drunk munchies on your couch?
No.
Just throw
That's all I do.
Yeah. We were talking about styles that you guys like to make and what your brewery's about. What are the styles of beer that you guys fucking hate? What are the things that you just do not like?
Don't get skipped.
We're getting him started.
No,
I'm
I
pulling
really
him
no,
on
I
the
don't.
legend.
Not that he has a lot of them.
I
He just
really
has strong opinions about the things that he...
I honestly, as weird as it is, like I'm not a huge lager beer fan, and it's not. I don't hate lagers, but like everyone, you know, all brewers right now are like, oh, I drink lager, and I'm like, I don't. I like IPA, so I was like, everything but IPA is what I hate. Is that what you wanted? That's satisfying.
That's
I
like-
only like IPA.
Are you entertained?
That's like one of those things where people say, I'm not prejudiced because I hate everybody.
I just equally, if it's not an IPA, I hate it.
And do you lean more west or east?
Right now, it's so weird. I used to love West Coast, and like Stone IPA was like one of the, you know, a staple for me, and like even Odell IPA. And now I like drink them, and like they're too bitter, and I'm like, it's not too bad. I don't know. Hazy IPA. I guess.
It's just that's your thing.
Yeah.
Stone.
I've transitioned so hard into it that like Stone IPA is too bitter for me, even though it's like it is bitter. Odell IPA
I love
is too
Stone.
bitter.
I love Stone too. So Stone did a collaboration with a couple
That's not they only
restaurants.
suit people.
What? Well. Yeah, no saying the word stone on the podcast.
Take that out.
We're getting
No throwing stones is how you get sued for copyright.
even if mentioning getting stoned on the
Yeah.
podcast, you will also get stoned.
Your CD
People
will be
who-
waiting for you when you get home, guys.
People who live in glass houses should not mention Stone Brew.
Or cast stones at glass houses.
They did a weird collaboration.
We're done? We're done with the stone jokes?
You have more Stone?
I thought you guys were going to chime in. I thought you were going to keep
No, we're not. We're not funny.
Stone did a weird collaboration.
There's so many things.
They had
Skipping
two.
Stone.
God,
Yeah! Hey!
I quit.
What did you want to say?
Just when you didn't have any faith in yourself.
I told you he was there for you. He told you he was there for you.
He helped me.
You bring out the best in the skip, you know that?
All right, let's pass this kidney stone. Steve, what were you saying?
I'm too stoned for this. No,
I just got the kidney stone thing.
You just got kidney stones?
God damn it.
No, I didn't get the
A lot worse than
joke.
thrown up.
I didn't get the joke. But he was talking about another Stone reference, and it was taking him forever to say this.
Somebody get this guy a
That was really
strainer.
good.
And making me very uncomfortable. Okay.
Stone did a weird collaboration with Guy Fieri's restaurant.
Oh God, are you serious?
And the only, it was not called.
That's
it
too
was,
bad.
it was just another. Obviously, they call everything like Stone, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was just like a weird Stone IPA. But the other restaurant that got, there were 2 restaurants in the entire country that got this collaboration. So it was Guy Fieri, and then an unnamed hipster burrito restaurant in Denver that I used to work at. It's called Illegal Beats. That's the name of it. They got it as well, and it was one of the worst fucking beers I've ever had. And I just lost so much respect for Stone.
That's what it took.
Well, you're gonna blame Guy. We'll blame Guy.
You have to blame Guy for that.
whatever his name is.
Yeah, I guess. But it wouldn't, like,
Is that his name?
there's no food that would go with it.
Guy.
Guy.
Yeah, but when you poured it, did they tell you that you can't call it a head? You have to call them frosted tips.
All the glasses with little flames down the side. Oh, shit.
That's just fun.
Yeah, but I mean, I love Stone, but that one really put a bad taste in my mouth, literally and figuratively, with them. Anyways, I guess I should quit throwing stones.
Tastes stone sour to me. Jake, what beers? So, for the record, I know you said you don't particularly skip, you don't like lagers. This would be a great time for me to bring up the fact that I haven't done it in a couple episodes. I fucking hate Yingling. So anybody that's listening to this, just remember that.
They're coming.
We got t-shirts.
On their way.
Are coming.
We got fucking Yingling t-shirts on the way, so you can buy them.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah. It's,
That's crazy because Yingling was probably like the first beer I ever had.
yeah, it doesn't mean it's good.
Saying anything about that. I'm just pointing out a
Sorry, fact. I get real worked up about it.
Why do you get so worked up about Yingling?
Mostly because of the same thing
Yingling
that
stole his
happens.
girlfriend?
Yeah, Dick Yingling stuff.
He hates anything that sounds remotely Chinese. That's why he was going after me for the Japanese Kit Kat.
It goes back and forth. Really. Though, I guess my dilemma with Yingling is essentially the same dilemma that I have with hype breweries that don't deserve it, kind of thing. They're only popular because they're in a certain fan category, and the people that appreciate it just get really worked up about it, even though it's not that great. So, yeah. That's all.
So you're saying Yingling is a hype brewery
Yeah.
in less words?
Oh, yeah.
But they've been
You
around
said
for
a lot of
like
words.
40
In
years.
less
now, right?
words, you could have just said
That's one of my
Yingling
fortes.
is a
Man, Coors is really just a hype brew.
Well, it's the same mentality to me. The way people defend it, and
Like
the
the
way
way
people
PBR was for a while, like where it was
yeah,
cool to drink
It is a little
PBR.
weird though.
It's really the mentality.
Because it'd be really weird if I was like, yo, screw you, because that was the first beer I ever had. But
Right.
that doesn't make
Which
any
some people
sense.
might say.
Yeah.
You don't like Yingling? Let's fucking fight.
And it's also just fun to just prod people, even though
Sure.
they don't have anything serious. Well, I do have some serious things, but it's fun to prod people, and then they get like, "Well, you're not even the best." It's just this thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
So Jake, I'm hosting the show again.
Yeah,
Please.
go for it. Guess it.
It's
What
the
is
rotating
your-
host podcast.
What is your least favorite style of beer?
Anything smoked.
Oh, yeah. I don't like smoked
beer.
That's a good answer.
That shit's fucking
What's Roush with it?
terrible.
That was a bit of a stretch for him.
I was at a good time.
But it was on the dad spectrum, so I
Like
appreciate it.
Roush beer.
What's that?
Roush beer.
I'm just kidding.
You're trying to.
I don't know how to.
He's leaning into the stupidity. He's leaning into it. Yeah, that's right.
Got it.
Run with it, baby.
That way, when I say other stupid things, you guys go, he's joking again.
Then he's gonna say something smart as fuck.
Man, that is like, no, but seriously, that's like how you start comedy and build it. You're already like 2 years past open micers. You're pretty well off, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna be poor being a brewer and a comedian.
Oh, yeah.
That's the life, baby. that's the dream. Fuck the man.
I don't think so. 22.
Maybe you can drop
Guessing
them.
those kind of. No. Right? These guys?
table 22.
We're also 22. There's 2 table 22s.
I can promise you that we didn't order.
We're learning a lot.
I swear I'm over 21.
That's okay.
We almost.
So today is her first day.
Is it really?
Yes.
And you literally have 2 table 22s. I hope you recognize.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening
Yeah.
Well,
Here we are.
here. Welcome to the home of the best customer service in all the land.
we'll get to the negative reviews
Man, I can't wait to
eventually.
get
Every
I
table
really-
has the same number.
Honestly, that was like when I heard you guys doing that at Black Project, because you guys talked about Goblin, and that was one of the beers that I helped make.
Oh yeah.
And like, I love how much people hate that beer. And I also it was like a pumpkin smoke. Hold on, ready for this? So
Smoked?
No, it wasn't even smoked. It was smoked chipotle or something, smoked peppers, pumpkin beer aged in maple syrup barrels.
Oh my god.
And it was sour. It was like,
Is this your idea?
yes. And I can't believe James let me do that. But also, my
also
favorite,
what's-
one of my favorite things about it is how much James defends it.
Really?
James loves defending it. And I love James for defending it.
He's a down with the ship kind of guy.
Oh no, he is. He's like, don't worry, I got you. And then like I was listening to your guys' podcast, and he was like, yeah, there's this long letter written to, and I was like, why didn't you ever tell me that? You just told me how much of a failure I was all the time.
Speaking of failures, you guys want to find out the times from your chug?
Oh,
Yeah,
god.
you
See, this is
I
why
don't
it's
know.
nice to have to correct me a lot because
That's-
we forget to talk
Yeah.
about shit.
That's why I
So is your final answer just smoke beers?
My least favorite
Yeah,
style.
we gotta get to this.
It's least favorite style, right? That's how it is. Just like
just
a style you hate.
smoke beers.
Yeah, smoke beers. Anything that has
Did
like
parents smoke cigarettes when you were young?
my mother did, and I'll never forgive her for it.
Did she also make her own mezcal? All right.
Just screw the worms. Just screw the worms.
A lot of Zima. A lot of darts and
Hard
Zima.
water is the new Zima.
I wish it could be
And
that.
we told you you didn't have to make any big
Hot
statements.
takes. Hot
Hot
takes. You put a mic in front of me.
Spit the truth.
So with smoked beers specifically, like, because there's one brewery, it starts with an A, and it's a German
Eyinger?
brewery.
Anheuser-Busch.
It's like Osterleger or something. Like they only do smoked. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Sure, yeah, they started doing cans now.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Go to Finn's Manor and ask Tommy for some cans of smoked beer. He'll throw you a smoke Hellas that does not. Never mind, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want any of these Germans to call me.
Yeah, there's one thing world history's taught me. Don't piss off the
Yeah,
chief.
we're actually pretty big in Germany.
yeah. Anyways, what's our time?
So Jake,
Running this now.
yeah, you sure are.
Yeah,
Jake, you came in at a pretty solid 8.13 seconds.
Yeah, not bad.
No, there's no way I beat you.
You beat somebody.
Skip,
I did beat
actually, Skip, you impressed coming in at 6.29 seconds.
Jesus Christ, man.
So,
Who's the top of the leaderboard?
Matt, who's the manager at one of the managers of the Pint Room down in Littleton.
Oh yeah, Matt's okay.
Yeah, you know Matt? Matt's like a life. I grew up with Matt. Matt and I were in middle school and shit together. I've known Matt forever.
So did I like? Is that good?
You,
I just want to know, is that good? I don't know.
Tell me you're proud of me, Dad.
So it's, you're like you had a 6, but like, what does that mean?
you're in about 22nd place.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
How fast is the I'm sorry.
Run through the top 5 times.
Top 5. First place is Matt from the Pint
I don't
Room.
care who they are. What are the numbers?
Yeah, what are the numbers?
Oh, well, again, so the top 3 have 3 seconds off from being over 8%. So,
See, I should have done that. You
should have
would have
done
been in
that.
the top. At least something.
We still
20.
have time. Okay.
except the
I
last
got
time,
through the most anxious. I've been.
we've had one episode where somebody wasn't happy with their time, so they chugged a second, and then we had to delete a bunch of stuff that they had sent.
Because they got super drunk.
No, it was like literally after, immediately after the second.
And then just started going off on like people that he hated in the industry.
Perfect.
Were we on that list? That's all I need to know. We were probably the first ones to. Like, you know what?
It was me.
It really grinds my gears.
It was me. It was my episode.
The slowest time for the top 5 is now 3.24 seconds overall.
Is the way.
Yeah, what the fuck did you just say?
The
Did you
slowest
read
time in the
through-
top 5.
What's the top 5?
So top
Just read
5
the
would be
times.
0.63, and then 0.85, 1.06, 1.08.
So legitimately 3 seconds.
So, yeah, but I mean 3 seconds with a 8 or higher. That's nuts.
The fastest non 3 second off chug was comedian and our good friend Zach Moss. Came in at 3.24 seconds.
That's like really amazing.
He's a
Like
comedian.
6
So I just have a
full
question
fucking
though, because like I mean, so how unhappy are they?
He's pissed. No, he's pissed that he's
No, just in general in life.
Oh boy,
It's up and down.
Like, you're worried about my eating, but I'm like, I don't know.
When he's on
At least I'm
stage,
not, like, I'm
very
not-
happy.
yeah, okay.
Any other time, can't speak.
Okay.
Yeah, doctor of general mental health. We don't have the leaderboard for that.
Yeah, general, I mean, I might fall in the middle of number 22. Of
It's
this.
literally the opposite of this one. So we looks
So
like
just inverse the numbers, and that's really what it is.
yeah, looks like Keel from 10 Barrels is the happiest person on the planet.
Yeah. It took a while. How long was this again?
Over 2 minutes.
So he didn't.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, no, he tried.
He took the 8%.
He tried?
and then- So no, it was actually 2 minutes 17 seconds.
But he tried.
So he tried. Well, hey, good for them.
No, it was like they were just doing. I think they were even just doing an imperial pint, so it was like 20 ounces, but he just did not handle the carbonation well.
Yeah, he struggled.
Yeah. Can we just for the sake of saying so, can we talk a little bit about Saturn's Temple because it's
Sure,
delicious. I mean, it's a passion fruit, almond, lemon, milk sugar, and marshmallow. Just because of the fact that like all those ingredients are kind of not sorry for the German people.
Yeah.
But like, why did you add all this stuff?
So it's actually based off of the tiki drink of Saturn. So it's a gin tiki drink, and it was just like a lot of us outside of beer drink a lot of cocktails, and we're really big on bourbon is one thing that like a lot of us are big in, and like cocktails in general. We try to we have a rule for the entire company is like if you go out and you drink, you're not allowed to drink Weldwerks beers. You should be drinking other people's beers, supporting other people, but also like drinking cocktails.
Before we started the episode, for the record, you were like, "Do you guys want whiskey?"
Because I mean, like,
He's like, "No, do you just want it?"
You just want some. We don't make it. No. Yeah, it was just because
Like anyone who comes in will be like, we got like beer, we got water, we got coffee, we got whiskey, we got gin, we got
we have
cachaça
everything.
back.
Whatever you want to try. It's I mean, beer is awesome and beer is our life, and we all make our livelihood off beer. But also, like, it's super weird for us to sit down and like drink full pints of our own beer because it's like that's kind of how like our culture is to make sure we're supporting other people, but also trying other things. And like you never know, like we're gonna sit down and I'm gonna drink a Saturn and be like, oh, this would make a great sour beer, and then here's a new beer that we have on the schedule, or so it's kind of like it's dual purpose. It keeps people fresh, and also like if you don't know what our beer tastes like you shouldn't be drinking it out in public. Not that we're like embarrassed to be drinking our beer, but it's just kind of
but that's the opposite of some companies. Where
Right.
you go out, and if you're not drinking
have
the
to
company's
drink.
beer,
Right,
then
yeah.
it's actually frowned upon.
Right.
You might even get like reprimanded.
Right,
for
and
it.
this is coming from like our CEO, Colin Jones is like the biggest, most adamant person about like drink other people's beers and support. Like I mean, that's a big thing. Is like we're part of the
What else
community.
is out there too?
Well, no one else is out there, but it's also like I said, it's just we're part of the community, so be a part of it and don't just like corner ourselves only drinking Weldwerks beer and understanding all sorts of stuff.
I like to. One of the things I always like to do on the podcast is compare like stand-up comedy to the brewing industry. They're so identical in so many ways.
I
That's
just
like
wish you didn't say that every time.
I always say it because people don't understand it. But like it's ideally it's like doing comedy and never watching anybody else's set.
Sure.
Like, if you're not watching other people
Sure.
try their own thing, like what are you really learning?
Right.
So I think that's like super important to be trying.
I also like to
what other
compare it
people
to
do.
like a musician, and if I only listen to my own music as a musician, would that make me like a psychopath? Like, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So if I if I only drank Weldwerks beer, it'd be like so it's like musicians don't really listen to their own music, so like that's how I personally feel. I'm not a musician either, just so everyone.
Well, and in fact, they often like refrain from doing it a lot
Right.
of times. Or like actors, like great actors, will not watch themselves on screen, et cetera, because I mean, you have enough. Ideally, you have enough faith in the process. You're
Right.
like, well, I think we're tasting our beers, we're going along. But at the end of the day, it's the work of the other people that inspire us, and that to Skip's point, we want to be inspired by other things that aren't just beer. Didn't you shove some of this shit into a gin barrel too?
Yeah, we have some resting in a gin barrel just
Yeah,
because
super fun, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
for reminding us
Thanks
about
for
some of the
reminding
fun
me.
details.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, see? He's actually the brewer.
You
I'm the
forgot he was
marketing.
the
We
marketing?
actually just switched on you guys.
We actually
Just to see
switched
if
job
you
descriptions
noticed.
for this
Yeah.
whole thing.
We've all had a different job description for all of us.
So just so you know, I'm actually the marketing person.
And we're back. Okay. All right. We're going.
We're going.
Yeah,
we're going.
Here we go.
We're going.
We're looking good.
Well, there's
feeling
going to be
good,
some audio
sounding
problems
good.
in a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. But we did figure it out. You'll still be able to listen
We
to all
figured
the
out that
podcasts.
Corey's an idiot. Is essentially what we've kind of come to.
I've been saying that
for.
since the first episode.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, well, we're not funny anymore. So, one thing we always like to do, obviously, we're big fans of the beer. We always like to take you down a little bit and
Cannot
read.
wait.
I'm very
I'm
excited.
excited for
Next
this part.
reviews.
Yeah.
Very excited about
Cannot
Good.
wait.
Seems like everybody enjoys these parts.
So do we have to like refute these, or can we agree
Yeah,
with
you
them?
can talk- you
Or-
can do whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's like I can finally talk directly to the reviewer himself
I hope so.
or herself.
I hope so.
All right, which one of you guys wants to read one first?
Oh, we have to read them.
You don't have to. You can.
Even
What if
better.
I don't know how to
Otherwise-
read?
Then you and I are in the same boat.
slowly but
No, that's actually good for this one. I'll have you read this one because you'll see.
Oh. All right. This is a 1-star review. Am I supposed to read their name? Like, just put them on
They put it
blast?
out there.
should.
They
Yo,
put it out
Chris gave us a 1-star review a week ago. He's a fresh one. He said they only want you to use the internet to order and pay. Not worth the time and frustration. I'm sorry, Chris, dude. You use the internet to write that. So,
there. Yeah, exactly.
boom,
Like,
roasted.
If you can't figure it, like it sounds like an
I'm
old dude.
sorry. Yeah,
can't
you
figure
figured
the
out
internet.
Google reviews pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like you
Yeah.
figured out how to use the internet once. I feel like you can figure out how to use. The
I mean, you
internet.
even have a picture as your icon. Like, I don't know how to do that, and I've had no problem paying.
Yeah, how painful
for
of
my
a
beer.
process could this possibly be?
Clearly, it's 1-starable.
1 star.
One starable.
One
Yeah.
starable kind of level of. That was awesome. How
All right.
long do you guys spend looking for these? Just
Oh,
one minute.
about
At least 5 minutes.
yeah, at least 5 minutes.
Can we do
sometimes
this?
10.
I'm just looking him up on the
podcast
spot.
on Spotify,
Perfect.
and
Yeah,
I'm going to
please.
read you some 1-star reviews.
We don't have any because nobody reviews our podcast.
Well, that was
From a
that-
guy
that-
not
I
named
saw that you
Skip.
have 9 reviews on Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
I did see that.
Yeah.
That
We're
is-
almost.
We're gonna read
and
all
if
the
you
good
leave,
ones
And
then.
if Skip leaves this one, we'll be at 10.
I have to figure out how to use my phone to do that.
This is an untapped review for Mango Island, which is one of your lowest rated beers.
This is
Whatever
I
they
cannot
say
wait.
is
I love this.
3.41.
Huh?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, let's see. Let's pull it up.
You could literally power. You could just do like an infinity scroll and just stop
Stop
your
your
finger.
finger.
All right,
It'll come with
are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Jake, do you want to read
I
this one?
actually do want
All right, so you read the name of the reviewer, the rating itself, and also the review.
This is gonna be so
I
satisfying.
cannot wait.
Oh, this is a 0.25, yo.
That's not even bad.
That's not that bad.
I mean, I've heard worse. Go
over
ahead.
from Brandon K.
All right, Brandon. It's that good. It's that good. All right, let's hear it.
This doesn't even make sense.
I know, but that's why it's fun.
Okay. Brandon K. Opines that haven't tasted anything like this since it got really quiet.
Yeah. Also, like, yeah.
It was just you. It was just you.
Haven't tasted anything like this since I found out my roommate was gay. I mean, the mind boggles.
I mean, you know what? Like, do you boo boo? Like, I'm not even mad. So, I guess I want to know, where do they stand? Are they homophobic? Are they cool
feel
with
like-
it?
Yeah,
or
is
was
he
that
rating
like a,
the-
was that like a
And what was
semen
that
joke?
coming
Is
out?
he
How
rating
did
the
they
taste,
find out?
Or
Yeah,
was
how
it a
was that
semen
they found
joke?
out? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, is he rating the taste of his roommate? Is that the
That's-
0.25?
that's what I think
also
what it is.
what I don't
So I
quite
think-
understand.
So, I mean, compared to his roommate, it's not good. So it's a 2.5.
Okay.
Is what I'm getting.
Yeah, that's
Roommate,
Point
5
two
stars.
0.25.
Oh, 0.25.
Yeah, dude, like
That's
the
not
lowest
that bad.
rating.
That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
I'm okay.
Zero.
I'm more confused. Whatever. I don't get what
I
they're.
suppose, man.
Yeah,
Strikes
hey,
another
yeah.
balls.
That's fun.
Oh, yeah. I'll read this one because it's a long one, and then I'll have
Oh,
another
no.
one for you, Jake.
Great.
Just
this
paraphrase
one-
it for us if you
it's
can,
one
because
from-
you scrolled on multiple pictures.
Well, it's one long one from Mark's M. Mark's is the name, 1 star.
Oh, good.
Maybe I caught them on an off night. My experience was not good. I went there with my coworkers on a Thursday night. First mistake, going with their coworkers, because they were supposed to have a food truck there. When I walked up to the bar, the girl behind the bar seemed more interested in socializing with her friends than getting anything for a customer.
Yes.
-1 star.
Sound like cool friends.
It took about 3 minutes before she acknowledged our presence, and then the service we got was less than stellar, almost surely. Beers we ventured out on the patio, and there were tables, but all of them either had people on them or were littered with food containers and empty beers. We asked patrons if someone was sitting at the table we were interested in. They didn't think anyone had been sitting there. I came to learn later that the Weldwerks staff never clears or cleans the tables on the patio.
I feel so
Or-
bad for this person's significant other. They just like they go in.
I'm
this
already
much detail.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Or at least they didn't in the 2 hours we spent there. We cleared the tables ourselves, -1 star, so that's down 2.
We're down
And
2.
We
They're
sat there
keeping
with
real-time
the menu.
But we
track
can
of
still
the rating?
hold on, real time track. So that means we
We'll-
can come back.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good point.
So
Good
you're
point. I like
you
that.
started
We're-
with 5,
this
you're down
is-
to 2, so you're at 3.
So we're at 3 right now, but
We-
I think I'm feeling a comeback here. I
Okay.
think we're gonna gain 1 for something.
We cleared the tables ourselves and sat down with the minis from the food truck. This isn't Weldwerks' fault, but the food from the food truck was horrible, and my chicken had
-1
human
star.
hair in it. Still taking a star away because Weldwerks should have picked better food trucks.
That was where I thought we were gonna redeem ourselves.
Or at least not go down.
I won't ever go back. The place was dirty and the staff was friendly. Staff wasn't friendly, and the service to the customers was completely lackluster.
So I mean, my only thing is with this whole thing is like, first off, I'm not a girl
yes,
because
we
I
know.
was clearly bartending that night. And second off, like the food truck, I don't whatever.
Dude, to lose stars for
Do
the
your thing.
food truck is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
No, I think it
That's-
makes sense. It totally makes sense.
No, it checks out. Yeah. I understand this completely. That's customer service to an nth degree. That's really good.
Yeah, we need to vet our food truck's hairnet policy.
Hey, we realized.
Yes.
Yeah, we really
Yeah.
screwed up here.
This
So
is
bad.
Not good.
It was probably her hair too.
Yeah.
Most likely.
We got one more for Mango Island.
Can you pick a different one though?
I will.
Okay.
We got another one after this one. So, yeah.
He's like, we could roast the shit out of you. Don't worry. You guys only put out 100 beers a year for 5 years, and we got one. They're only Mango Island. That
actually
means
got-
we're doing pretty good, right?
That sounds bad.
You have
Yeah.
your 2.5 on this one.
That's not bad.
It's not 0.25 good, but it's
Still room to improve.
This is golf, right?
Dry, bitter, mango, garbage.
Is that what you-
We just named a beer.
so initial question, is that what you were going for?
Well, there's 2 more. Yeah, more periods.
So, I mean,
more periods
there wasn't
more
enough.
punctuation.
Yeah.
That's all that needed. I
But a
think so.
2.5 isn't that bad for mango
garbage.
It's
water.
50%.
This person kind of likes garbage.
I've had garbage water.
If they're going for garbage water, they nailed it.
But I mean, also, this is another thing right now that's gonna bother me. There's no sign that says wait for.
To be seated.
There's no sign, and they're just waiting.
Well, there are other services that are facing that way, so it's possible that there might be a sign posted over there.
I don't know.
Probably
One
not.
star.
Well, we're
one
learning.
star.
We're always
no one.
learning.
No one. No
We're
one's
watching
seen
a
it.
negative review in the making.
One star. There was a bunch of people yelling on a podcast. They weren't funny, and we had to stand here for an hour.
Should have had a table. These assholes.
Stood there for an hour and 45 minutes before being acknowledged.
Beers were trash. Comics weren't funny. Overall bad experience.
Do people
Steve said
ever?
something about Japanese people, and it really upset me.
Do people ever leave bad reviews for the breweries if like the comics are bad? Like, is that a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So they're like they should have checked the comedy.
We've at Chain Reaction, we got one 5-star review during a show one time. Somebody left a 5-star review because there were people talking, and I kicked him out. And somebody was like, that's always hard to do because we don't want to kick people out of the breweries.
yeah, sure.
But somebody was like, no, they needed to go. The show's so much better off not having them.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
People leave reviews during the shows and stay and watch.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, yeah, because like I would be upset.
Steve, you got one more? Because I got one
more.
more beer one.
Yeah, I got
All
one
right,
more.
one more. 2 more.
Jake, we'll have you read this one.
Oh,
Enjoy.
well,
Yeah, this is my
I like
favorite.
how Jake has to read them all because they're like Skip is too dumb to do it. Let's get Jake to do it. He knows how to read. It's a subtle roast.
Remember this one. This is so
You remember
good.
that one? Good.
This is from Babwa.
Oh,
Barbara
that's a.
Slo-
Oh, I was like,
Slobo-
that's not a real name.
Barbara Slobo Jam. Barbara. It's from Barbara.
Yeah, B.
One
Little
star.
B. 1 star. That's not too bad.
Ready?
I can live with 1 star.
3 words.
I can't live with that. Let's go ahead.
Never been there.
Damn, Barbara.
For no one, and you did respond. You said, so then when he asked why you're leaving a 1-star review, please feel free to reach out directly at jake@weldwerksbrewing.com if you have any specific feedback.
No, she's just never been
only
there. And, like,
Jake.
she's upset. Like, she wants to
I'm in a
come
bad mood.
to Weldwerks so bad. Also, maybe just in general, she wants to come. But so
Yeah,
badly
yeah.
that she left a 1-star review for not being able to come.
Yeah,
to
lady,
Weldwerks.
get laid. Come to Weldwerks.
We do have a wood expert here.
We
I believe.
do have. Never mind. We'll just,
Last one. Peace, love, and a whole lot of funk.
oh, great.
I like how you guys already know this
Well, we
is
know.
coming.
Listen, we know everything.
Yeah, okay.
We're on top of everything.
All right, so I'll have
Oh,
you,
I gotta
I'll
read
have
this
you read
one?
this one. Yeah.
Oh, it's so long. All right, so Richard G. Good name, Richard Gere, because he drinks our beer.
Hell yeah.
This is our. I'm okay with Richard Gere leaving us a bad
That's fair.
review. All right, so he gave us a 3.25, which it's not that bad. I mean, whatever. For peace, love, and funk, and a whole lot of funk. Sorry, he said no, just plain weird. The granola is predominant over the plethora of other stuff. Nose is cheap red licorice tones. Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel like
He's
that's
probably
honest? Is that
right.
good?
I mean, if he thinks that, then he's right. I mean, like, who am I to tell you what he
Did you
tasted?
put cheap red licorice in the beer?
No, we used the expensive red licorice, and that's like really. That's why I'm upset about it, because like we spent so much extra money on going with red vines
That was
instead
my-
of Twizzlers.
That was my
So, like,
call.
I'm super upset that like we wasted that extra money. But like 3.5 from Richard Gere.
Not bad.
3.25
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Richard Gere.
Of all the reviews.
I mean, like.
What I'm upset about is that you said
That's
red.
what I'm saying, dude.
You think red vines are better than Twizzlers, huh?
I was just saying that because I knew it would spark someone to
Yeah,
get
now I'm
upset.
pissed.
And like I don't,
Now
I
I'm
literally
pissed.
don't care either way.
Steve feels about red
Like I said,
licorice like I do
knew
about
that if I
Yingling.
said something like that, it would be like a hot take. That's not a hot
I've never
take. Like,
seen
it doesn't matter.
I've never seen a Kit Kat flavor that was red vines.
Yeah, but like, all right, I'm just gonna say this though. Like, if you're gonna get upset about like which Twizzler or which red licorice is better, again, you're one of those people that are probably gonna fight somebody about Yingling. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, it just doesn't matter.
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna go leave a 1-star review.
I was gonna say you will. That's one of these.
Never had red vines.
Never had red vines. Exactly.
You'll know it's us.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you guys want to?
Yeah,
do you have
we
time
could-
to crack this guy?
Yeah, we can crack that open real quick. So
Okay,
this one's we have. Oh, he's fancy boy.
Whoa. Nice.
We just opened that with, for those of you
Opened
who
that with
can't see us,
Yeah.
which is everybody. He just opened. Am I taking your job again? Because this
Yes.
is my podcast now.
Do it.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, he opened
You're
that with his ring. Yeah, well, it was my one time to shine. I didn't 1 star.
There's no nuts in this one, right?
You had an opportunity.
Yes, there is.
There
nuts.
is.
All right. Thank God.
You should have warned us about that. We
No,
put
that's
nuts in
okay.
a lot of things.
That's all
Well,
right.
let me go find something else real quick.
We could do some brewer select for.
Yeah, I'll go grab
Yeah.
you something off tap real quick.
I just like that Skip
right,
just had an
special
opportunity for a
treat.
coup and just
I gotta go. This bores me.
totally got locked out of the
Well,
house.
I'm glad you asked, because we do put nuts, and I already forgot that you have nut allergies.
That's all right. I get it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
I forget
yeah.
all the time. Usually
so,
when I'm high.
Yeah, this is a beer that is a barrel-aged stout, what is this one? Oh, this is late night. It's called Late Night at a Donut Shop. It has not even. We haven't even announced it or talked about it yet. It is walnuts, maple syrup, brown sugar.
Supposed to know.
I wanted one to be that. What's in this? It's walnuts, maple syrup, brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla. That's it.
Good.
That's
That's
it.
That's a good
that's
list.
a short list, yeah. So yeah, it smells like walnut donuts. And then yours is so Brewer Select. That's a barrel aged. That's a Media Noche Brewer Select, and that is a Media Noche with chocolate and vanilla.
We swear there's not a skip on the episode. It's just
It's just- my brain doesn't work.
Minus the 30 minutes where we blew it.
So like I don't know, like this one just smells like a walnut donut, which I don't think is a real thing, but
It is. I looked
Oh,
it up on the
Voodoo.
Googs.
Voodoo
That's a thing.
Donuts probably has
Yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah.
like maple glazed walnut donut.
yeah,
Maple cinnamon glazed walnut donut.
yeah.
It tastes
Oh, wow.
delicious.
Mine's great too. Mine's so
Yeah.
good.
I love
Thank you. That one is one of my favorite beers as well.
Yeah.
And
That
if-
was just, I just got, I don't know if I told you, we got an email today that got announced at 25 top beers of 2020 by wine enthusiasts, no less.
By wine enthusiasts.
I know.
Oh.
what do they know?
Hey,
up
do you
here?
not like beer? Us either. Here's our list.
Hey, you ready?
Wolf
Yeah.
Silk Publishing Association.
Yeah.
this is that.
Seltzer Finest rated this in the top 50 beers.
So wait a minute. So we just want a wine enthusiast swap. Top 25 beer.
Damn right.
That's like that. I honestly think the Richard Gere 2.5 rating.
So
is
much better.
Is
So much better.
That's fine.
Actually,
I'll
if
take
anyone at
that.
Wine enthusiast is listening to this, which I highly doubt, but like if they are listening to this,
You
like,
don't gotta be a
we-
dick about it.
Well, I just meant like
Germany.
it's not rotating vines, it's
it's
rotating
true.
taps.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
That's why
true.
they're not listening.
Yeah. As a sommelier, I definitely think this is very good.
But no, I mean so the name of the bottle that we poured
Is
is
late night at the donut shop?
yeah. I fucking love it. It's really sweet, but not too much so that I wouldn't enjoy just like having at least like a 10 ounce. Yeah, like a 10 ouncer of this at least though.
So leave us an untapped rating live.
I can do that.
Yeah, and also don't roast us that hard.
You can do it
No,
at the
it's
bar.
not on. You don't have to do that. I was just kidding. I just meant like over it. Like you could do it to my face.
Fucking coward.
I mean, like sometimes at the end of the day, like, you won't say it to my face.
Yeah.
That 0.25.
No, but I'll leave it on my phone to your face.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but hey, the internet's tough. So.
I mean, Barbara should check this place out. She's never been here. Might go from a 1-star to a 5-star pretty quick.
And what's any plans with this guy?
This month.
This month.
No, next month.
November.
What month is it?
What month is November?
It is
It's
October.
yeah, November.
Next
It's the weird time continuum that is 2020. That's exactly what it is.
Sometime in 2020 it will come out. November, yeah.
Next month with chocolate pecan pie stout and a special collab with our buddies at Phase 3 in
Chicago.
they in Villa Park still? I don't know where the fuck they're at.
I don't even know.
A s'mores barrel aged stout. from those
S'mores.
Nice.
Fun.
Yeah.
Sounds
Right.
great.
Cool, man. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
All the beers are fantastic, and I can't say that there's a lot of times I'm like, hey, I'm going to Greeley, and I'm really excited. So we're just,
Yeah.
yeah, we were stoked about this
I
episode.
did want to bring. Did you guys ever know about the Down Under Comedy Club here? You guys ever aware
No-
of that?
Oh yes, yeah. Actually, it was over. I worked at a liquor store years ago, and he used to come in and buy all of his liquor for the comedy club. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Do you know where it was?
Yeah, it was below like the Chiba Hut.
It was behind, underneath a King Supers.
Oh, okay.
there
So,
was-
oh yeah. Over
Yeah.
on 11th.
I guess.
The
yeah.
okay.
There
yeah,
used to be a
excellent.
comedy club beneath the King Supers here called the Down Under, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and
to
he
their
literally
business
used to
model.
buy all the liquor at the liquor store, and he came to our liquor store because we gave him a discount.
Red. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, yeah. Thank you. The Greeley is not a place we come, but we are so excited to come
Yeah.
up here
Well,
to hang
thank
out with you guys and drink
for
the
coming
beer.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for making the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, well,
Steve, anything you need to plug before we get out of here?
No, the live shows are kind of on hiatus while the numbers are high, but we'll be back soon. Hopefully at Bierstadt, or you can check us out coming to Oscar Blues Boulder at some point soon as well.
Yeah, still ironing that out, but we'll make some announcements about it on social media when it happens. But thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Bye.